Hi kids, you need to take out your 12 verb tenses B book. In B, we are doing all the progressives. There are 6 progressives: present progressive, past progressive, future progressive, present perfect progressive, past perfect progressive, and future perfect progressive. All right, let's begin. Okay, kids, let's talk about the future perfect continuous tense, otherwise known as the future perfect progressive tense. Well, how do we make a question? Be verb plus subject plus going to have been plus verb ing. For example, am I going to have been singing? Is he going to have been playing? Are they going to have been walking? How about affirmative statements? How do we make affirmative statements? Subject plus be verb plus going to have been plus verb ing. For example, you are going to have been singing. He is going to have been playing. They are going to have been walking. How about negative statements? How do we make a negative statement? Subject plus be verb plus not plus going to have been plus verb ing. For example, you aren't going to have been singing. He isn't going to have been playing. They aren't going to have been walking. All right, let's put all these together. Am I going to have been singing? Yes, you are going to have been singing. No, you aren't going to have been singing. Is he going to have been playing? Yes, he is going to have been playing. No, he isn't going to have been playing. Are they going to have been walking? Yes, they are going to have been walking. No, they aren't going to have been walking. Okay, how do we use the future perfect continuous? Remember the form. Be going to have been plus verb ing. The future perfect continuous is used to show the duration before something in the future. Remember, duration means how long. Let's look at the examples. A. How long are you going to have been waiting before she finally arrives? B. I am going to have been waiting for 2 hours before she finally arrives. A. Are you going to have been waiting for 2 hours before she finally arrives? B. Yes, I am going to have been waiting for 2 hours before she finally arrives. Let's look at the orange. The orange represents when she arrives home. That's in the future. But notice, before she finally arrives is a time adverb clause. In the time adverb clause, we never use the future tense. We can use the simple present instead. Well, before she arrives home, you are waiting. That's the green. You are waiting for her. How long? For 2 hours. all this happens in the future. Okay, kids, let's talk about the future perfect continuous. How do we use the future perfect continuous? Remember the form. Be going to have been plus verb ing. The future perfect continuous is used to show the cause of something in the future. Let's read the examples. A. Why is Jason going to be tired when he comes home? B. He is going to be tired because he is going to have been jogging for 2 hours. A. Is Jason going to be tired when he comes home? B. Yes, he's going to be tired because he is going to have been jogging for 2 hours. All right, let's look at the orange. When he comes home. That is something that is going to happen in the future. Okay? And in the future, Jason is going to be tired. Why? Well, look at the green. He is going to have been jogging. For how long? 2 hours. So remember, the future perfect continuous is used to show the cause of something in the future. Okay, exercise 1. Make affirmative sentences. Use be going to have been plus verb ing. Color all the hints in the sentence yellow. These hints tell you that the sentence is in the future and how long. 1. By midnight, you are going to have been dancing for 4 hours. 2. By dinner, she is going to have been cooking the whole afternoon. 3. He is going to have been working there for 10 years by 2015. 4. By next year, I am going to have been studying English for 7 years. 5. By next week, we are going to have been renovating for over a month. 6. In 2012, they are going to have been living here for 4 years. 7. Before December, Barb is going to have been teaching for a year. 8. By this time tomorrow, I am going to have been doing this exercise for a long time. 9. Jessica is going to have been helping them for 12 months. 10. Bob and Sarah are going to have been reviewing for 2 hours at 8 o'clock. 11. Tomorrow at 9 o'clock, I am going to have been sleeping for 10 hours. 12. On Thursday, I am going to have been fixing the car for a whole month. 13. In 10 minutes, James is going to have been waiting for 2 hours. 14. They are going to have been standing for a whole day. 15. By this time next week, we are going to have been vacationing for a month. 16. The teacher is going to have been talking for 20 minutes. 17. The dog is going to have been barking for hours. 18. The cat is going to have been chasing mice all day. Exercise 2. Make affirmative sentences. Use be going to have been plus verb ing. 1. By the end of the week, I am going to have been working here for 4 months. 2. By the end of this month, we are going to have been living together for 6 years. 3. By the end of the term, she is going to have been studying for 9 years. 4. By midnight, we are going to have been playing this computer game for 48 hours. 5. She is going to have been talking on the phone for the last couple of hours. 6. They are going to have been looking for me all night long. 7. He is going to have been playing soccer all day long. 8. You are going to have been watching TV all the time. 9. He is going to have been sleeping all morning. 10. They are going to have been waiting for the train for 2 hours. Exercise 3. Make affirmative sentences. Use be going to have been plus verb ing. 1. The potatoes are going to have been cooking for 20 minutes now. 2. The man is going to have been working here for 20 years. 3. The pupils are going to have been standing at the bus stop since 1 p.m. 4. Ben is going to have been learning English for years. 5. Lucy is going to have been chatting with her friends for hours. 6. Lily is going to have been playing computer games for hours. 7. Mom is going to have been making sandwiches for 2 hours. Number 8. The man is going to have been writing books for years. 9. The group is going to have been singing together for years. 10. The cake is going to have been baking for 30 minutes. All right, I see a mistake. Everybody look at exercise 2, number 10. I wrote a question mark. That is wrong. It should be a period. Take out your whiteout and get rid of the question mark. Write a period instead. Remember, it's okay to make mistakes. You just have to correct your mistakes. Exercise 4. Make negative sentences. Use be not going to have been plus verb ing. 1. Emma isn't going to have been making the sandwiches. 2. Ben isn't going to have been packing the suitcases for so long. 3. The girls aren't going to have been shopping all morning. 4. They aren't going to have been sitting in the cafe for too long. 5. She isn't going to have been looking at the photos for so long. 6. The film isn't going to have been running long. 7. I am not going to have been playing the guitar for hours. 8. Pete isn't going to have been scanning photos all this time. 9. Ben isn't going to have been talking to Emma all this time. 10. Lucy isn't going to have been watching DVDs all this time. Exercise 5. Make questions. Use be going to have been plus verb ing. 1. Are they going to have been eating for hours now? 2. Is the bus going to have been waiting for 20 minutes? 3. Are the students going to have been working all morning? 4. Is Jake going to have been sending the emails to everybody? 5. How long are they going to have been listening to the music? 6. Is Lucy going to have been learning all day? 7. Is Ben going to have been tidying his room since this morning? 8. Is the band going to have been playing all evening? 9. Is Jake going to have been riding his bike all day? 10. Is Lucy going to have been making muffins all morning? Exercise 6. Future perfect progressive with the simple present and simple future. 1. You are going to have been waiting for me for 2 hours when I finally arrive. 2. Janet is going to have been studying at university for 5 years when she gets her degree. 3. We are going to have been talking about school and friends for an hour when I leave for work. 4. The naughty children are going to have been driving for 6 hours when they get there. 5. Sam is going to be tired when he returns because he is going to have been jogging for over 2 hours. 6. My cooking is going to be much better when I graduate because I am going to have been practicing for a whole month. 7. They are going to have all the things they need because they are going to have been shopping for the whole afternoon. 8. We are going to have been exercising the entire morning, so we are going to want to rest for a while. 9. Monica is going to have been preparing the whole weekend, so she is going to pass the test. 10. The dudes and ladies are going to have been swimming for 1.5 hours when the sun sets in the west. 11. You are going to have been watching television for 6 hours when I come back home from work. Exercise 7. Future perfect progressive with the simple present and simple future. 1. By the time you return home from your after-school classes, it is going to have been raining heavily for hours. 2. Mrs. Brown is going to have been using the car for a week by the time she brings it back to me. 3. I am going to have been researching in this laboratory for 15 years next month by the time you graduate. 4. We are going to have been flying for 16 hours when we touch down and hit town. 5. You are going to have been waiting for your fiancée for more than 2 hours when her airplane finally lands. 6. The guys and gals are going to have been talking for over an hour by the time Thomas comes over to the house. 7. Ms. Smith is going to have been working at that company for 3 years when it finally closes down. 8. Jason is going to be tired when he gets home because he is going to have been jogging for over an hour. 9. Claudia's English is going to be perfect when she returns to Germany because she is going to have been studying English in the United States for over 2 years. 10. Number 10 is special because the verb to have means to possess doesn't have a progressive. So we're going to have to use the future perfect tense. Ned is going to have had his driver's license for over 2 years by the time he purchases a new car. Okay, kids, thank you for watching this video. Now I need you to do a big favor for me. I want you to like this video and I want you to leave a comment for me. I want you to write, "Thank you, Mr. Radisha," and then leave your English name. Really appreciate it. Thanks.